and shit, so that's how he was asleep this morning. Snoring.
Something's wrong, right? Does he sleep like
No,
that?
I'm already coming out at all.
So you saw him last on the sofa or the floor?
Sofa. They told me to put him on the floor.
On the floor. But I put him on the sofa. Okay. I'm the one that dragged him and put him right here.
Reports are emerging about Rich Homie Quan's brother being named in an initial homicide investigation. The circumstances surrounding his death appear suspicious, raising concerns and speculation, according to new reports.
Told me.
Okay, you said Dre?
Dre, yeah, that's his brother. Dre said they smoked the blunt.
Mm-hmm.
They came upstairs. Dre went upstairs to his room. Quan stayed in the kitchen. At some point or another, Dre came back downstairs.
The situation is developing and details remain unclear. Footage from the day Rich Homie Quan passed away has been released, and it shows his brother, Andrew Munford, acting suspiciously. In the video, Munford can be seen walking away from the police, seemingly trying to avoid the situation. An officer had to physically pull him back just to ask him basic questions. When the cops asked when he arrived at the house, Andrew started stumbling over his words, unable to keep his story straight. He mentioned finding Quan in a strange state, with food in his mouth and his eyes partially open. But instead of calling for help, he started recording him on his phone. Afterward, he moved Quan to the couch, which has raised serious questions about his behavior. If you find your brother in distress, the first instinct should be to call 911, not record the scene. One comment online that has been gaining traction says, clearly he didn't know the snoring was him dying. However, that's not the only twist in the footage.
I'm just friends with one of the people that stay in the house.
Name?
Quick.
Quick. So you Quick's friend?
Correct.
Okay. And you don't remember what time you arrived?
No. I have no idea what has transpired before or after. I was just in the room.
Anything that might stand out in the commotion, anything like that? Okay.
No.
Did you spend the night here, or did you say you came here?
I have a bag.
Okay. So what time did you come? Like around
I told you,
afternoon?
I don't remember. I don't know. Maybe noon, maybe.
Noon? Okay.
Maybe.
Was there a lot of people here when you came?
I wasn't paying attention.
A woman named Key Brown appears in the video, someone who hadn't been mentioned previously. When the police arrived, she tried to leave but was stopped for questioning. Her story was inconsistent. She claimed to be friends with someone named Key, but couldn't provide any clear details that made sense. The situation...
His brother, he's in the house.
Okay.
His engineer was here.
Okay.
And his girl, his kid's mom.
The situation is looking more suspicious by the minute. The comments are going wild over Key Brown. One person suggested she might have brought the drugs over. Another pointed out how strange it is that she was at the house but showed no care or remorse after hearing about Quan's death. People think she's clearly hiding something. She couldn't even say who else was in the house and only admitted there were others after the cop pressed her. Her excuse? She wasn't paying attention. But really, who goes to someone's house and doesn't notice who's around? The whole situation feels off, and people are definitely suspicious. The situation is getting even murkier. When asked if there were a lot of people at the house, Key Brown claimed she...
Does he sleep like that?
He sleep hard.
No, like with his eyes like that.
Yeah, he sleep hard. I would have called somebody if I ain't know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it didn't look normal, I would have been.
Wasn't paying attention. Now it's clear there were more people involved. Key Brown, Quan's brother, an engineer no one knew about before, and Quan's girlfriend. That's at least 4 people in the house while Quan was in distress, with food in his mouth and his eyes open. Yet no one thought to call for help. The whole thing raises serious questions about what really happened that day. People are convinced there's more to this story. They know exactly what they did. One person said, speculating they had to put something in Quan's food. There's even talk about someone covering Quan with a blanket so the kids wouldn't see him. Fans are pointing out how suspicious everyone seems, like they were all trying to cover for each other. Even the police didn't buy the claim that Quan was just sleeping. They saw enough red flags to bring in homicide detectives, which doesn't happen for a typical overdose. Shockingly, Quan's brother had pictures of him lying on the floor with his eyes open. When asked why he took pictures instead of helping, the brother bizarrely said, "That's how he sleeps." Fans are buzzing with wild theories about what really happened to Rich Homie Quan. Many believe his brother, Andrew Munford, is hiding something, and some even suggest he was paid to take Quan out, possibly to prevent him from testifying against Young Thug in the YSL RICO case. This theory has gained traction, especially after body cam footage raised serious questions about Andrew's role in Quan's death. To make things even more suspicious, Andrew has since disappeared. No statements, no explanations, just gone. If he's innocent, why is he ducking the situation? It feels like he knows he's in deep trouble and decided to go silent. Then the autopsy report came back, and it's grim. Quan had a deadly mix of substances in his system: fentanyl, alprazolam, codeine,
I'm not at liberty to speak on it because I don't know. My son could have died from something else, so that's something I would not speak on.
I got you.
But once the results are available, and I do a second of,
I said I put a cover over him because it gets a little cool, and he's in the living room. And now I just checked on him because I see he never got up. And I don't see him breathing. I don't feel a heartbeat or anything. And I turned him over. I see he kind of foamed at the mouth.
I'm sorry, are you saying he's not breathing? Is that correct? I'm not hearing you.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. If there's
Yes.
a defibrillator available, send someone to get it now and tell me when you have it.
Is there a what?
If there's a defibrillator available, send someone to get it now and tell me when you have it.
I'm not sure what that is.
Okay, I'm sending the paramedics to help you now. Stay on the line and I'll tell you exactly what to do next.
With such a toxic combination, it's shocking no one in the house noticed he was in trouble. The brother, an engineer, Key Brown, and Quan's girlfriend were all there, yet no one called for help. Fans are saying they either didn't care or knew exactly what was happening. One comment that's been circulating says, "I feel like they know what happened, who sold the drugs, and were getting their story straight before calling the police." It's becoming clearer that Quan's brother knew he was dead when he moved him from the floor to the couch. The police reportedly asked why Quan was positioned like that, and the brother bizarrely claimed he sleeps with his eyes open. Fans aren't buying it, with one calling the explanation "GT fool." Quan's father, however, is the only one showing genuine concern. He's been in tears over his son's death, waiting anxiously for the autopsy report and even stating he's planning to seek a second opinion. His actions stand in stark contrast to the others involved, and fans are sympathizing with him, feeling that he knows something is off about the official story. One user noted, "The dad is the only one showing real concern, and many are siding with him, hating how this whole situation feels suspicious and tragic." Clearly, the father suspects there's more to the story and isn't ready to let it rest. Less than zoo. At Quan's funeral, his brother Andrew Munford spoke about how Quan changed his life, moving him from 285 Old National to the East Side. The fans found it odd how Andrew captioned Quan's death on Instagram, using laughing emojis. His post read, "My Twin Fest shoe didn't share no clothes no more, but he damn sure asked me how this look. Come on man, that looks like how I wore it. I'ma miss you doggy," followed by laughing emojis. Adding to the suspicion is the 911 call made by Quan's baby mama, Amber, which fans are still questioning. Less than zoo. "Yes, I hear you. If there's a defibrillator available, send someone to get it immediately and let me know when you have it," the voice instructed. "Okay, I'm sending the paramedics now. Stay on the line and I'll guide you on what to do next." But the situation on the streets is anything but clear. Some are saying nobody wanted to call the cops because they didn't want to go down for an overdose. One comment spelled it out. "I'm pretty sure none of them wanted to talk to the police because he OD'd. Ain't nobody trying to get locked up for someone else's mistake." One thing's certain, nobody's buying the story that Rich Homie Quan simply fell asleep with his eyes open. The streets are buzzing with claims that his brother knew Quan was already gone when he picked him up off the floor and put him on the couch. Now the case is heating up. The feds have officially turned their attention to Rich Homie Quan's brother, and the pressure is mounting. But the big questions remain. Why did the brother take photos instead of immediately calling for help? Why did everyone in the house act so casual when they found Quan unresponsive? And most importantly, where is Andrew Munf now? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to subscribe. This story is far from over, and trust me, you won't want to miss the next big update.